how does a person take a sign from? Which one should he take a sign from? From the 3 years of Chaldean, or from the 5 years of the tabernacle? So he says, well, the other one says he says you should take, it's really 5 years, because Chaldean is easy, you can't count from there.
Easy, it takes 3 years. So easy.
It's without graduate school, right? V'idach shani hilchas avoda d'tkifin. The other one says that no, it's really 3 years, but by the temple, that avoda is hard. That learning is hard. So over there, that's 5 years, but a regular person should see from 3 years. So Rashi says tkifin means to take apart the Mishkan, to take it down, to take it apart, to set it up, to sing, and
they sing, they dance.
Yeah, there's all of these things. It sounds from Rashi that there's a lot of halachas, because Rashi is listing it. However, it's unclear if Rashi means that it's a lot or they're difficult. It's unclear. What does it mean? It's quantity or the quality? I'm not so sure about that. Okay. Tana Rabbana. It's taught in a Braisa, Koyen, Mishiyavish Saris, Ad Shiyazkin Koshala Avaida, Umumen Paislambai. A Koyen, when he reaches puberty, he has 2 hairs, 2 pubic hairs. Until he's old, he can do the service. If he has a mum, he's possible. Ben Levi, but what about a Levi? Ben Shleishim Vad Ben Chamishim Koshala Avaida, Vishanim Paislambai. From 30 till 50, he can do the service. In the years, make him invalid. When, in what case were these words said? That's only in the tabernacle, in the desert. But in Shiloh and in Beis Elamim, that's the everlasting house, because after that they weren't allowed to bring sacrifices. So ein nifsalim ela b'kol. The only thing that makes them invalid is their voice. It means that they don't have that limitation of 50 years of age.
So what does it mean? Only good voice? Means if they don't have a good voice?
If they can't sing anymore, it's
Keep it tuned.
now. Oh, that we're going to see with Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yossi is going to explain. Give me 1 second. It's unclear from this Gemara, Ein nifsalim ela b'kol, if that means that the limitation of 50 goes away. But what about the limitation of 30? Do they still start at 30? The Gemara doesn't tell me. There's a mashmos from the Rambam that the limitation of 30 was still there. The limitation of 30 is not there. However, we're going to see in Rashi that Rashi could be argues on that. Okay. In other words, we know that the limitation of 50 doesn't, right, in the Beis Hamikdash, that Levi can still sing after he's 50, unless his voice goes bad. Amar Rabbi Yossi Maikra. Rabbi Yossi says, what's the pasuk that tells us this? The pasuk says, "V'yike echad lemechatzatzrim v'lamesherim lashmiya kol echad." That the voices of the singers, what's mechatzatzrim? What's it say? Trumpeters.
The brass section.
So they have to be able to join their voices together to sound as one voice. Mm-hmm. And if one is going to be off key, you know how that sounds. Mm-hmm. That's not going to be that's not going to be acceptable. Okay. Ad Shiyazkin said the Kohen, until he gets old, he can still do the Avodah. Ad Kama, until how old? Amar Rabbi Amar Rab Chanina. Rabbi Law says in the name of Rab Chanina, Ad Shiyirtas, until he starts to shake and he can't, his balance is he trembles. Tanan Hasam was taught over there. This is a Mishnah in Mikvais. Balkari, the person that had a mission, Shetaval, that he goes to the mikvah. But he didn't urinate before he went to the mikvah. So Likashiyatel, when he urinates tummy, he's tummy. In other words, he had an emission. He goes to the mikveh, comes out, he goes to the bathroom. So he becomes tummy again, because it could be that there were drops of shechva zera, of semen, that were that came out in the urine, and he's tamei again. Rabbi Yosi says that this is applicable only b'chayla b'zakin. B'chayla b'zakin tamei. If he's sick or he's old, then he's going to be tamei. However, b'yeled u'b'bari, if he's young and strong, then he's tar. Notice that what that Mishnah said is correct only in with someone that's older. Yeled ad kama. Until how old is a person considered young? This is a good question. Amar Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi La says in the name of Rabbi Chanina, Kol she'omed al raglei achatz, v'cheletz minalei v'nayel minalei. A person's considered young if he can stand on one foot and balance himself, and at the same time, while he's standing on one foot, tie nayel minalei. Take off his shoe of the foot that's lifted, and that'd be hard the other way, and replace the shoe. So that then he's considered young. So that balance of standing on one foot and doing this activity of taking off and putting back on this shoe, that means that he's young. And that difference would be, according to Rabbi Yosi, that the difference would be that if he would go to the mikveh before he urinates after the emission, so he would be considered tar. Why? Because we'd say that he's strong enough, and all the shichva zera, all the semen came out at the beginning.
This this is medical advice, right? Because it says he's a doctor, so he's telling you.
Was Rabbi Chanina a doctor?
That's what it says here. Yeah, it says Rabbi Chanina was a doctor. So he knew the reason for extraordinary state of health. He publicized it so others would learn to do it likewise.
That's one second. That's going to come later, but I didn't realize that he was a doctor. Amru alav Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi Chanina says, or they said about Rabbi Chanina, sorry, Shahiyah ben Shmeinim Shani, he was 80 years old. And he would do this. He would test he would test his strength to see. This is an experiment to see if he's in shape. He would stand on one foot and tie his shoe. Amr Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi Chanina says, Chamen v'shemen shesachtani imi bi'aldusi. The hot baths, I guess, and the oil that my mother put on me when I was a child, hinamdali basic nusi, that's what strengthened me when I was old. Is that what it means over there when it says he was a doctor? That he was... what does he say? Do they have anything about Rabbi Chanina?
No, but it refers back to Zion of Bais. It says, Amar Chanina, nobody ever asked me, so that's why it says he's a doctor.
Zion of Bais.
Chanina was a doctor. See Rashi about.
Yeah, Al-Makas prayed Levana, you're right. Leishal Niandam. Oh, with the bite of the white mule. Uh-huh. Okay, so Rashi over here on Zion of Bais. Rabbi Chanina Raifa Haya. That's incredible. I missed that. Give me 1 second here. That's incredible. That's great. Okay. So, Yeshikayach. Tana Rabbanan. Yeah, we was taught in a brisa. The rabbis taught in a brisa. Nismali ziknai, if his beard is full, royal leyasis shliach tzibur, then he's able to be a shliach tzibur. Now, shliach tzibur over here cannot mean that he goes to the Yamad. Why? Because look at the next case. V'leirid lefnei ateva, and to daven for the Yamad. So what is shliach tzibur? Shliach tzibur is that he's able to blow the shofar. You see Rashi. He's able to put people into chayrim, and he's able to be an official. He needs to have a full beard to be able to be an official person in the community, and to go to and to daven for them. Bali says kapov. What is that?
Wednesdays are out for me.
And to duchen. He needs to have a beard, have a full beard. Nismali zikne. Me'emasai kashal avoida. When is he valid to do the service? Mishiyavis teisaris, when he's has the 2 pubic hairs, when he reaches maturity. Rabbi says, Aimer ani, I say, Achi ben Esrim, until he's 20. Now Tosfos asks over here that here we're saying that to daven for the Amud you need to have a full beard. He quotes the Gemara in Megillah that says that a child could read from the Torah, but he can't daven for the Amud. That means that an adult could read for the Amud. That's why we're saying that he needs to have a full beard. He can already do it when he's 13, when he reaches maturity, when he reaches puberty. So Tosfos answers, his first point is that yes, he can go to the Amud, but he can't be the official Chazan. He doesn't get a full-time job by just being 13. To get the official job, that he needs to have a full beard. And then we said that over here it says that he needs to be reaches maturity to be able to duchen. We have a Gemara in Sukkah that says even a child can duchen. Tosfos answers that it depends if he's duchening alone or if he's duchening with adults. Okay. Amar Rav Chisda, my time the Rabbi. What's the reason for Rabbi? The Ksiv, as it says, Vayamidu es Leviim ben Esrim Shana v'Mayil l'natzech al Malachas Beis Hashem, that they put Leviim from 20 years and old to oversee the work of the house of Hashem and the construction of the Mishkan. So we see when is a Kohen, when can he do the work? That's when he's 20. The other one says l'natzech shani. That's to oversee. That's different. But to do the avodah, he only has to reach maturity. The Gemara asks v'haikra b'leviim.
No, you said a Kohen, but it says here Levi.
The pasuk says a Levi. Well, haikra b'leviim ksiv. The Gemara answers could Rabbi Shua ben Levi, Dam Rabbi Shua ben Levi be'asrim b'arba m'kayim nikra kayanim leviim. The pasuk says leviim, but it's really referring to kayanim. There's 24 places where it's referring to Kayanim and it calls them Leviim. And one of them is Kayanim Leviim b'nei Tzaddik. The Kayanim, the Leviim, the sons of Tzaddik. Over here, Rashi says that what's the question when it says V'haikra b'Leviim ksiv? This pasuk is referring to the Leviim. What does it mean to ask? So Rashi says what it means to ask is, what are you saying? That we say that he needs to be 20. That he needs to be 20. The question is, it can't be referring to the Leviim, because by Leviim it says that he's only pasul b'kol, when his voice goes bad. What is Rashi saying? Rashi,
no limit of
that there's
30.
There's no Rashi could have asked, how could it be 20? But what about 30? By the Levium it says 30. That means that Rashi wasn't bothered by the 20-30 issue, because there is no 20-30 issue in the temple. Mm-hmm. See, that's a raya that he argues on the Rambam. Rabbi started in the Bais, Ish mizarach aladersam, a man from your descendants for all generations. Mikana Rabbi Lazar, katan pasal avodah v'afilu tam, that a child cannot do the service even if he doesn't have a blemish. Because it says Ish, he has to be a man. When can he do the service? When he has 2 years, when he reaches maturity. But his brothers, the Kainim, don't allow him to serve until he's 20. That means that he can do the service, but his brother, the Kainim, are don't let it. It doesn't look right.
The union doesn't let.
The union. Now, we said that Rebbe's opinion is that he needs to be 20. Some say that this is the opinion of Rebbe, but Rebbe never said that it's a psul derabanan. When Rebbe said that it needs to be 20, it's just because the brothers. Notice we're discussing Rebbe's opinion here. It's because the other kainim don't let him. And some say Rebbe yislei psul derabanan. Rebbe actually says that it's actually invalid until he's 20. But this is the opinion of the Rabbanan that say that he's allowed to serve from maturity. That would mean that there is no psul at all, according to the rabbis, that he can serve from 13. There's no psul mid'Rabbanan, and it's just they don't let him. But if he does serve, then it's going to be valid. Tomorrow.